Okay, so the first part's going to be multiple choice, and let's look. All right. So it looks like it's talking about the zeros. So if I look here, the zeros are -1, 4, and -3. And that means if I graphed it, -1, 4, -3. Okay, that's just a fake graph, but it at least covers it. So then they said there's some positive integer k. So if I had, let's say I had x plus 1, x minus 4 times x plus 3. And I guess I didn't even need to graph it, but that's just where my mind went. So it says for some value of k. So that means there's some value that's in front of here. So give me a number, any number. How about 7? Okay. Well, if I solved this thing and I divided by 7, it's gone. So whether there's a 7 there or a 2 there or nothing there, it looks like my zeros don't even change because my zeros are my values of x. So k means a constant. So they want to know what would be true. So k is not one of the zeros because it's gone. The function has exactly 3 times k. Well, that would, if k was 21, that would mean there was 21 zeros. The function has 1, 4, -3 is its zeros. Okay, so that works. The function also has negative k, so that means it would be -7, 28, and -21. That's not true. Okay. Oh, I think C and E are literally the exact. Oh, no, they're not. Ooh, careful. That's +1, and that's -1. I was going too fast. This is why you want to check all the multiple choice. You get really excited, you see an answer, and then boom, you're just going too quickly. So my zeros are -1, and here I was saying yes to the positive one. So that one's out. It is E, so it can't be F because it's E. All right, so Miriam claims that x plus 2. If x plus 2 is a factor, that means its 0 is -2. So if it's a 0, that means it crosses the x-axis at -2, which is -2, 0. So this means -2, 0, because this is your x. That means 0, 2. That means 2, 0. That means 0, -2. And that means -2, 0. So it almost seems like that question wasn't that hard. They were just trying to mess with you. Okay. So now what they want you to do is divide it, but they don't actually want to know what the answer is. They're telling you that they want you to find h. So I'm going to do synthetic division. So if I do that, let me swap just a little bit. If I set that equal to 0, there's my 2. Then I go 1, 6, -h, and 14. Bring it down. 2 times 1, multiply diagonally, add vertically. Multiply diagonally. Okay, so now here's my problem. But then they also said the remainder is 32. So that means I'm going to put down here 32, and I'm going to work backwards. So what number would have to be there? Well, when I add, it's vertically, so that would have to be 18. And then if that's an 18, I remember how I go this times this, and I get this. So that means 2 times 9 would be that. So now I just have to figure out what would that have to be. So that's a +9, and that's a 7. So my answer is 7. Okay? Because -7 plus 16 is 9. All right. In this one, all they want you to do is add the same. So this is there. That one is there. 8x, 4x plus 4x, plus 6. And if I have a lot of time in the calculator, I can graph both, but I don't. Letter B, change the signs of everything to the right. Remember, negative means opposite. So -6x squared and -1x squared is -7y squared. 2y plus 2y is 4y. And -10 and -10 is -20. If you're bad at your adding, just make sure that you're using your calculator. Okay, this one, the dimension is a 1/3. You'll get a point for that. If you want to go rainbow bow, that's fine. If you want to be like me and do the box, that's fine. I did notice that it's not in standard form, so I'm going to highlight that to remind me that one has to go first. So multiply the bigs, add the little. Multiply the bigs, add the littles. Multiply the bigs, add the littles. So remember how I said that one has to go first? So we have to make sure we put it in standard form or we will lose a point. How do I know I'm good to go at the end of the quiz? I'll plug it into my calculator, graph this, and as long as they're on top of each other, I did it right, okay? All right, this one I need to multiply. The dimension of this is a 3 by 3. If you want a rainbow, blah, 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 fine. If you want to do your box like me, great. If you feel like you don't have enough paper or room, use scratch paper, okay? I don't care what you do, get the answer and show your work. I like putting ones there, it's easier for my sanity. Okay, so multiply the bigs, add the littles, multiply the bigs, add the littles, multiply the bigs, there's the littles.
Good morning, ECB.
Multiply the bigs, hold on. Okay, add the littles, multiply the bigs, add the littles, multiply the bigs, multiply the bigs. There aren't any littles here, so we're just keeping it there. 1x and negative 11. Okay, the nice thing is this is a little messy. So there's the negative 7x to the 5th. And this diagonal isn't with this diagonal, but that's it. That's it. Oh, no. Want to be careful. It's a little bit off. Remember how I said it's not going to be perfect? Because look at this one went to the third to the first, so it skipped the second, so it's off a little bit. And then now these two are the same. Minus 2x squared. And then these two are the same. There's my diagonal being back. Plus 34x minus 11. Okay? Check this answer by plugging it into the calculator, but please don't check any answers until you're completely done with the quiz, because trying to find your mistake could take a solid minute. And if you lose a point here or there because you made a silly mistake, that's not a big deal. But if you don't have time to get to a problem, then you're going to lose points. All right, let's go to the next page. It said describe it by degree. So degree is 9. The leading coefficient is 8. The coefficients are 8 and 2. There's 2 groups, so it is a binomial. And I have not taught you anything to the 9th power, so you can't name it. Okay? Because this says you have to use Pascal's triangle, you've got to use Pascal's triangle. Okay? So I'm going to do 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1. Because it's to the 3rd power, I know I'm going to have 4 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I go 1, 3, 3, 1. Take the first. X cubed, x squared, x to the first, x to the 0. 3 to the 0, 3 to the 1, 3 squared, 3 cubed. The zeros are gone. 1 times x cubed is x cubed. So this is 3 to the first, so we have 3 times 3 here. So let me lower this a little bit. Plus 9x squared. 3 squared is 9 times 3 is plus 27x. And then 3 cubed is 27 times 1, 27. Okay? This one is the 4th level, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Okay? So it's the 4th level Pascal's, and I'm going to do it on a separate piece of paper because I know myself. But I know that if it's in the 4th level, it's going to be 5 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Use scratch paper. Take up some space. So we'll go 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. See how this one was a lot easier? It was like x, and it was positive, and there was only one thing. It's a lot easier than this one. So I'm going to have to go 3x to the 4th. 3x cubed. 3x squared. 3x to the first. 3x to the 0. Bye-bye. Then, I don't know about you, but I did not leave enough space because even though I took up so much space with the scratch paper, I didn't do a good job. So I'm going to put it above. It's okay. It's in that group. Oops, negative 2y to the 0 because 4 plus 0 is 0. Negative 2y to the first. Negative 2y squared. Negative 2y cubed. Don't forget the parentheses. Some of you are forgetting the parentheses and you're going to get the wrong answer. All right. So now I'm going to focus on one group at a time. So 3 to the 4th means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is 81. Times 1 is 81. So 81x to the 4th is the first term. That one's a lot easier than this one. So this is 4 times. 3 cubed is 27, and negative 2 to the first is negative 2. So I'm going to pick up my calculator. I'm not going to be a hero here. And I'm going to go 27 times 8, and I get 216. So negative 216 x cubed y to the first, because 3 plus 1 is 4. Then 3 squared is 9. Negative 2 squared is 4. I think it's 216 also. Let me just double check. Yay. So this is plus minus plus 216 x squared y squared. 2 plus 2 is 4. I come over here. 4, 3 to the first is 3. Negative 2 cubed is negative 8. That's negative 96. Plus minus, x to the first, y cubed. You notice the pattern? I didn't even have to look there. 4, 3, 2, 1. 0, 1, 2, 3. And then negative 2 to the fourth is 16 times 1 is 16, y to the fourth. There's no 0. There's no x. And that is my answer. If you do all of your work on a separate piece of paper, just do me a favor and star it or write C scratch paper or something so I know to look at the scratch paper. Okay. Next one, divide it. Divide using long division. So x minus 3 divided by, this is a mean one, x to the fourth. There's no x cubed. Minus 18x squared. There's no x. Plus 81. Okay. All right, so x goes into x to the fourth, x cubed, because I'm dividing it out. So it's kind of like if I have x to the fourth divided by x, that's x cubed. Now I multiply. X to the fourth minus 3x cubed minus, change the signs of everything to the right. This has to be the same. 3x cubed, bring down the negative 18x squared. Now I start again. X divided by 3x cubed, 3x squared. 3x squared times x, look, it works out. 3x cubed minus 9x squared minus, change the signs of everything to the right. Negative 9x squared, bring down the 0x. Start again. X goes into negative 9x squared, negative 9x, multiply. Change everything to the right. Negative 27x plus 81. And now x goes into negative 27x, negative 27, multiply it out. Plus 81 minus, and there's no remainder. So my answer is x cubed plus 3x squared minus 9x minus 27. Okay, I'm going to do the rest of it on the next video.